Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today na Thursday, number 2 day for this month of May 2024. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, sense past king. Una welcome to another episode of our daily podcast, a program where they bring una the truth, they bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we work out for this journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. Our country people and our refugees, political prisoners across the world, I bring una all liberation greetings from the People's Right Advocative Platform, the People's Voice, the People's Right. Today, we're going to start with big news where we're going to come from ground zero, and I think this is very important. Say, Japan government, it then decide for offer some money where you go directly for the World Food Program, WFP, for provide emergency food supply for our refugees and IDP them. But this one is the target na the IDP them for the most part. They hope say it will give chop for over 36,200 people them where them be affected for this crisis. The Japanese government they now offer a check of $1.2 million for the World Food Program, the headway it for Yaoundé. The money it be geared for target the people the way they go through crisis for the far north part for La Republic, for northwest and southwest as they call them, for Ambazonia, for the east Adamawa, and also for the northern region them. The person where receive the check na the person who give the check na chargé d'affaires for the embassy for Japan for Cameroon, Mr. Kiyohiko Ikada. Na he present the check, and the person where he received the check na the head for the World Food Program, Mrs. Carrier. He take the money. He talks say the money where the World Food Program they need them for Cameroon this year na $57.9 million for be able to provide the need for the people the way they currently need. So out of $57.9 million, the only money where that enter na only one country that contribute when na Japan when na 1 point something million. Una if you imagine the big need and our population need for know which way they happen and how way the international system they work. As we tell now, there was a declaration by the United Nations General Assembly of a humanitarian crisis in Cameroon, in our region, according to that document. I quote that the document. That document is beside that the war where they go on, as people they run the war, they enter from Nigeria, they enter inside Cameroon. When there is a declaration of humanitarian crisis, as I explained for now, it means say all the various departments for you and they go come for they go come open office and wait till that one it mean I say they go hire driver them, they go hire people the way they go work for the NGO the way they come for they go also partner with local NGO them. It bring a lot of money and a lot of support. But majority of that money it go now for the UN, their staff them, they use them for pay their salary, they use them for buy their motor them, they use them for maintain their office them before they start for feed the people them. Now why that one they hear they call million, but when they know where the money they go. So wait it then happen. Now say this type of declaration where the United Nations, their Secretary General, the table and made and declare them. It make a made a world and turn their eye for look for that place. And it also show how interested the world and be for that very crisis. For the beginning, will be the 7 countries that they donate money, 8 countries them UK be they donate big money, but now all those countries they don't stop them. It show we the lack of interest for the war also. When I visit where they be declare them, when I see UN motor they enter for ground zero, where they know be there ever day before. Today they for all place for ground zero, they monitor things and they work for they collect their salary them. Now their job that now say the war it work. So when I see they be share, they be even work over quarter them. For Kumba, for Bamenda, for Meselele, the worker call IDP, the million can take, they will give them rice, they will give them oil, they will give them soya beans, they will give them milk for woman where they get picking, they even give them small voucher where they use them for shop. All that thing they don't stop. Our refugee then too for Nigeria, for 1 year now, they nobody give them money. And when I remember, say that 1 year, it coincide with time where I be tell when I say the war, it then decide for talk, say, for be aggressive with us Ambazonia, for take their position against us. So they be done stop many things of this war. So now the thing, then that way they go on. So now here in Japan now one government it can give money. That money, the World Food Program, from the talk where they talk, it shows that money no go even reach down for the people the way they need them. Because they get staff them for the way they need for the pay them, they rent warehouse them, they get motor the way they don't buy them, and all those things them. So I need for know how they think that they go. So my country people, now why that we would fight for make sure say me the war can end, we will not gain nothing. Because now what did happen? I say as the war at the end, the United Nations they want to make this decision. If we no come enter for them for fight them, now say go end. I dey hear people that they talking for us. When I remember time when America be go get meeting with the central bank head for Cameroon. Now we be fight them right later, them call senator, them push them before they stop that thing. Like this thing where they talk so if it don't happen since last year. But we need for continue for the fight. As the fight now, we get them. And we'll not say people then too, then they for back where they do things where people they don't know. But we talk the one the way we know them. So, fellow Ambazonians, a lot of things that happen for Ground Zero. As we are here, we'll get big meeting this Saturday. We will bring our international partner for get a prelude meeting to the Edmonton, Canada Convention organized by the People's Right Advocative Platform. We will want to meet up the various leaders, activists, personalities, and people the way they done fight this war face to face here. Make we talk about the opportunity we would then get them for go present our matter for the United Nations. We hope say the meeting go pass fine. We go fit get people their understanding. We go fit get amendments. We go even fit know people their plans for see how we go forward. So that make we go forward as one. We will send invitation for all man as how we all man they insist, and that is the spirit way we get them. More importantly, we need for the address way to way it go on for Ground Zero and within our struggle. Yesterday, I talk how we Ayaba Cho, they then put out message for the age of C. It be very important. Me gonna know this development them. Say Sikot Johnson and Mark Barata na traitor. Some of una be the talk say Ayaba Cho, you never sign that document, no be put them. I dey tell una how they do work because I be done work with them. When they want put people pressure, they want target people, they call people for their meeting them. They will talk to me, then go out, go put these things them. But today, Ayaba Cho self, he done write and down, so una fit see where to be the tell una. And it be important, make una know how this thing they work. When I be there with Ayaba Cho, when such things that they work for background, where they send people, they meet and go bully other them. I dey always insist for them. We need for criticize people when we want put them pressure on facts and what they are doing. Not making up stories and lying about people simply because you have differences with them. So one of the things where I be always tell them, when it comes for Seseko and the IG, they claim say Seseko don't create government during the war, saying a wrong thing. That one I just lie. When I need to know the truth, I be always point them out, right? Even when I will be with them. The only problem with the IG now they are claim for exclusive power. Because if not for create government during the time of war, me gonna know say even Gojidinka a group where they always share thing with Cass and Anyang we be talk say dissolve the IG now. Even Gojidinka a group to be create government. No be Gojidinka na president for government for Ambazonia also. So the problem no be for create government. You fit create government and for Seseko a plan for go through recognition where it be a diplomatic solution, it will be relied on say me then create an institution where if you show the war, say we'll be ready for take control. The only mistake where they make them, where it be wrong, now say then claim for get exclusive power, where you know if you get them, where you never get the sovereignty of that country. Even Somaliland, then get government. No war, no the way they never fight and where they not get a governing institution. So make we know those truth. So we will come back for wait where they talk. So Ayaba Cho finally can put to publication, way to way the talk and it be important make all Ambazonia them here. Because for the first time in our history, we don't get a person where it lead an organization where they come out, they make declaration the way it be treasonous. So Ayaba Cho, he done write in the latest publication, he talked two things them. I go read the things them. He say first, Einstein be done talk say the definition of insanity now for do the same thing over and over and expecting different result. And we think say this one applies say for ye. You know if they kill our people them every day. They motivate people them only against Ambazonians them. And then you think say you go get any different result. You don't criticize Sako for things the way you did do them today. This criticize Chris Anu for things the way you did do them today. And then you feel say you go get different result than the one the way Sako and Chris Anu they be get them. Remember, I say we fight Eric Tato. Ayaba Cho then join me for fight Eric Tato. Why? Because he be the kill our people them. The other people them, them cut people they hand them for say Gary process for inside Southwest Day. When be join me fight them. Eric Tato he try for fight back. Despite the popularity, he be lost. Today they for prison. Today now you Ayaba Cho, you dey talk me then key people for ground zero where they never do anything. Excessive use of force. Talk me them burn villages them, ban palaces, and you dey expect a different result. For the last part, he write and say all these traitors moving around with the intention to derailing, undermining, frustrating our effort must know that there is an end for them. What is the effort of Ambazonia, of Ayaba Cho, if we can ask Ambazonia people? For begin direct begin the media they collect tax for our people then because you won't get support. What is the use of Ayaba Cho? I mean, practically this year, what has Ayaba Cho done? Killing 32 innocent Ambazonians and counting. People who have nothing to do with La Republic. Patanu, the assassination of the senator, that we all know now that he was killed because CPDM people, they bribed the soldiers to assassinate him because they could not convince Yaoundé to give his senator seat to the ruling CPDM. And the only way was to eliminate him. How did they do it? Through Ayaba Cho. General Alaji, how did the people of Sansan kill him? Was it not through the ADF? Was it not through the ADF? Who has been the highest amount of people that they have buried in camps? I cannot go out to say some type of secret. Ask the ADF. How many soldiers have big number buried in the camp? In EY alone, forget about Kugwe. How many Ambazonian soldiers have gone to that camp and have not returned? Go and ask our forces in Babanki. That I ask the whole Babanki to go and show up, prop up Batibo so that people should know that we have forces to project strength. Ask the forces in Babanki how many of their children came back. How many of them came back? So who is fooling who? Our people know the truth. Intimidation will not solve any problem because Ayaba Cho don't have any power, to be honest with you people. He just come out and instigate. He wish he has the power. The small one that he has, we have seen the result. How many people have died and called the name of Ayaba Cho? Captain Small Pekin dying, accusing Ayaba Cho. Akuma, the father of self-defense, dying saying that Ayaba Cho have poisoned him. So this is the end statement that Ayaba Cho make, which you must hear. I know they say that we should avoid him, but you cannot avoid somebody. You cannot be driving in canoe, be paddling, and say that you focus to paddle in canoe while somebody is scratching the floor and you know that he will burst the floor of the boat. This is the final statement Ayaba Cho have made. Listen, and listen carefully, all Ambazonia. He said, I think he removed Mark Barata's name because he's afraid. But this is what he said. Let Chris Anu and Sikot know. I'll quote an excerpt from what he wrote. They will be targeted for elimination, irrespective of where you hide. Chris Anu, Sikot, know from this moment that targeting them for murder is legitimate and justified. So Ayaba Cho the talk say do a death threat against the life of Chris Anu and against the life of Sikot. They want a direct threat from Ayaba Cho himself. The first time in our history. When I remember me, I get the excellent memory. This is the first time in our history threatening to kill, assassinate people in the diaspora. They have already done so before because when they call Mark Barata traitor, they call me traitor. All these other activists, they stayed quiet. Ambazonia, remember, when I was having these differences with Ayaba Cho in Canada, it took 4 months for me to break out from that group. During that 4 months, Mark Barata was briefed. All the Ambazonian leaders, I was in charge to brief them about what was going on in diplomacy. It was my duty, not even that the egg of C tell me, I made it a point since the beginning of this struggle to brief everybody. They knew the differences I had with Ayaba Cho. They knew that I was accusing Ayaba Cho of sabotaging the Canadian talk because he did not want prisoners to be released because he's afraid of the impact of Seseko on Ground Zero and his leadership, and he wanted La Republique to talk to him behind. They had known all these things. But when Ayaba Cho and Mumu Lucas, they came out to lie and call me traitor and make up stories about me, all of them stayed quiet. You think that when they bully somebody else and you stay quiet, you are free. Today, Ayaba Cho is declaring that his intention to assassinate Chris Anu and Sikot. The only thing is that he doesn't have the power because he has made this threat to almost everybody. So Ambazonians should be aware of this. What is Ayaba Cho accusing Sikot and Chris Anu? That they are killing soldiers on the ground, they are killing ADF. Is it true? Does he has any evidence? We only know that they think that Chris Anu, Sikot, Mark Barata, every Ambazonian on social media who is not their Pampambe have said is that what the ADF are doing, the people have the right to defend themselves. This is the only thing we know. Sikot have come out and point out that ADF, what they are doing in Batibu, burning down palaces, intimidating the fun of Gozang. How many voices have you heard from the people of Gozang? Are these people lying against the ADF? Are they making up stories? No. Lucas came out and announced that ADF has publicly executed 2 people to show example to Blacklegs. The international community, the most credible institution, Human Rights Watch, did an investigation on the ground and showed the Ambazonian people that ADF, Ayaba Cho, Lucas are lying. Those people were never arrested. They were never investigated. They were just picked up and killed because they wanted to show some wickedness to frighten people. They want to terrorize our people into submission to their group, not even to the struggle. So, who have committed murder against our people? Who have disarmed our soldiers? It is who? It is you, the Ayaba Cho. Because of those actions, those soldiers are dying. And you cannot take responsibility. You tend to want to assassinate and blame people for your own incompetency, evil, and wicked acts. If you were to apply that same logic to Ayaba Cho, those who are killing our people in Ground Zero, murdering them, innocent people who have done nothing wrong, you, Ayaba Cho, should face the ultimate punishment of death. You have blood in your hands, you have blood flowing in your teeth, and anybody who is following you is a cold-blooded murder. Sikot Johnson, Chris Anu, so far as this year is concerned, the only thing they have done is to speak on behalf of the thousands of people in Ground Zero who are complaining every day, every single day. As I speak to you people now, the Bengui Bamenda Road have been blocked by the ADF. They are suffering our people. They have burned Kamiyong not recently. In Bamenda, they shoot somebody who was carrying the Brazzaville's vehicle. It jammed it broke into a house, killing 4 people. The list goes long and it is boring to repeat to our people. You, Ayaba Cho, Lucas Mumu, and your gang of Kaba have killed, on the record, 32 innocent Ambazonians who have nothing to do with the struggle. Just kill them like that. Murder. You have lost any legitimacy to open your mouth and talk in public, and your charade should be seen for what it is. The killing of our people in Nkambe, that was done by La Republique Ngala Gerard vigilante group. You, Ayaba Cho, you claim responsibility. Your group and your supporters, they claim responsibility. Today, the whole world know that that attack was carried by La Republique. All this your crime. Who do you think will punish you? Is it the Sikot? Is it the Ambazonian people who are powerless to meet you there in Canada, in Norway? Remember, the people in Ground Zero, the people in Batibu have vowed publicly, you have heard their audio, that wherever they see an ADF soldiers, that ADF soldier, his name is dead for the threat you have put on the life of their fawn in Gozang and the palace you have burned, the ancestral home, the first house that was built in AY that started that village, that fawn palace with their shrine, have been destroyed by you, Ayaba Cho, and your Kaba. Yet you open your mouth in the public to warn people. for things that you yourself you are committing. If not of the bad and wicked thing you are doing, I don't think anybody will ever call your name. So our fellow Ambazonians, this is the problem we have been having. This is a cancer. This is the cancer we have in this struggle right from the beginning. Right from the beginning in day one. This is the cancer we have had in Ayaba Cho. That is why you see our leaders have been very aggressive and some people hate him and you don't know the reason. He is the only person who rejected the declaration of independence made by Seseko Ayoktabi. What was his reason for doing that? That Seseko did not prepare for war. Did he prepare for war? So today he's talking about the international community, that they are making progress in the international community. Which international community? The same person was saying that let us forget about the international community, that this struggle should not involve, we should not care about what they think. So who is fooling who? What is his motivation? What is the motivation of Ayaba Cho? Ambazonians should ask themselves, is the things he is doing capable of freeing us, killing everybody who oppose you? Even Pol Pot of Khmer Rouge in Cambodia was not this evil. The only lucky Ambazonia have is that Ayaba Cho does not have the power that he claims to have. Otherwise, there will be no Ambazonia that will survive. But this is not about him, it is about us. He has just taken opportunity to manifest. But we must call it out and we focus on our people. Today we have put public the second video for our people to hear the voices of our refugees who have called out the same thing. We have seen soldiers in like Ekojian who were thinking they are fighting for Ambazonia, but their result was that the people themselves arrested him because of the crime he was doing. And those people were fighting, those are the Ambazonian people who want independence. So the greatest treason we have had is for people who are educated like Ayaba Cho to come in to manipulate people, not to fight for them, but to take advantage for them, for his own ego, his own delusion to become a leader. That is not what this struggle is about. It's about you, the man on the street, the Ambazonian mother who is suffering in Batibo. The people who are suffering, they have no way, they have no voice. They want a voice, they want to be able to live their life with dignity. They want the Ambazonia, and that dream have been destroyed by people who claim to be fighting for us, but all their actions are fighting for La Republique. Our capacity have been depleted. When we work with Ayaba Cho, we think that he was so organized that when you go towards him, he will be able to draw all the forces to make them to be organized and follow instructions. But if this is the type of instructions that he is giving, killing our own people, murdering our own people, then Ambazonia should come to the same conclusion which we have come to, that this man is a cancer. He is an extremist, even at a time when we are trying to bring people together. There is no way to avoid this man and his extremism, his destruction for Ambazonia. But our people must not give up. They must not forget and abandon themselves into La Republique. We have seen for the past year how La Republique have doubled their control points. We were able to take out some of those control points and it will make sense. But today, what sense would it make? We should fight. Yes, we should fight. But what sense does it make? We should be strategic. If all the good job you are doing, somebody is there to destroy the whole thing, at the end of the day, where are we going? So we are sure with our prediction of this struggle, the way it has evolved, that the leaderships that we expected them to step up have failed our population. They have failed to put the public interest. They have become partisan. They have become group occultism, that the ultimate goal of our people is now secondary. And we have that responsibility because this struggle was started, as they say, how one stop war no we start. That one are the most foolish question that way. You don't ask them, they defied na for usai. Me will ask that fully, would reply more that foolishness. The war, me gonna know say La Republique start this war. The same La Republique, it don't surrender. They think the way they will stand for fight for this war. Now time for we Ambazonia also for adjust. You no go leave them till you go die all because of your pride. No, we need to do the right thing. For do the right thing to bring back peace, return our people then, because the original objective pulled and change. This one are the best way for fight for independence. Any other way, they never give una any plan. This is the best path. And if there is another path that is better, we will choose that path. Because for we the main objective na independence, and we feel say na the best way this for get that independence. We don't get the highest level of support, the highest level of access that is unprecedented in our history. And we are taking this struggle to the highest level to secure the public interest of Ambazonia. The only reason the bullies like Ayaba Cho have survived is that we are so divided and we are so eager. We don't have that ability to support each other or to stand up for principles and to stand up for decency. We lack upright men, we lack bold people. But I will appreciate Mark Barata and Sikot in particular, and give some credit to Chris Anu for standing up as we call out Ayaba Cho, because for the 1 year we have been calling it, people think that it was personal problem. But when these other people have stood up, our people themselves, they see that people are seeing what is going on. If you are in ground zero, you will know what is going on. You will not even need somebody to tell you. You see the conduct of these boys, the same group that I was using to fight kidnapping for ransom. They have transformed them into kidnappers using the name of tax. But God shall see us through. Capo Daniel, looking out for you, signing off.